The off-season has officially begun. The legal tampering period for the NFL started today. Teams can officially talk to agents, get deals done, but no signings can be made. However, or not however, now, the Eagles. I mean, I expected to go into this free agency period and basically sign a few guys to like low contracts, no big deals, just minimal guys, like solid players that go for cheap. Not cheap, but like a decent amount of money, because we only had 18 million about in cap space, a little bit less, about 17 million in cap space, and plus we still need to get Fletcher Cox's deal done. Today we cleared up about $10 million more in cap space. We did it with 2 trades. However, these trades cannot be finalized until Wednesday. I'm going to talk about one trade in this video and the other trade in the next video. And I'll leave a link in the description to both of those videos so you guys can flip-flop and hear my thoughts on both of these trades. The first trade will send Byron Maxwell and Kiko Alonso, and that's the trade I'm going to talk about right now, to the Miami Dolphins for pick compensation. Now, I've heard this is going to be a low-round pick. Or 2 picks, whatever. I don't know how many picks it's going to be. They don't announce the pick details until Wednesday. They just say draft pick compensation. Now, what would be amazing in this deal, and I'm not a big fan of this deal. I'm not a huge fan of this deal. What would be amazing in this deal, and this would make me a fan of this deal, is if the Eagles swapped 13th and 8th picks and then maybe got like a 5th round pick or something like that. That would make this a good deal. Or maybe they get a 2nd round pick. I don't think that'll happen. But if they flip-flop picks and then they got a lower round pick, that'd be great. I'm not a big fan of this deal because I believe Kiko Alonso is going to be a very good player. And I believe Byron Maxwell is a formidable starter. I don't think either of them were given much of a chance by Howie Roseman. Kiko Alonso was hurt much of last year. However, he is a very talented player. He showed that in Buffalo, and he's just, look at the guy. He's a freakish athlete. The dude is a freakish athlete, and he can make plays. Last year he was hurt. He's still hurt, I guess, has an ACL injury. I think he was going to be able to come back from that, and I think this defense would have suited him much better. Same with Byron Maxwell. This defense puts a lot more pressure on the quarterback than it did last year. Last year, quarterbacks had all day to throw against our team. It was ridiculous. So Byron Maxwell's put under a lot of pressure. And now this leaves glaring holes at outside linebacker and cornerback. 2 more holes we're going to need to fill through free agency or the draft. Most likely free agency. But yeah, I mean, this is an alright trade, okay? Like I said, I'm not a huge fan, and basically what this trade does is it eats up Byron Maxwell's salary cap, and we're not going to have to pay for him. We're actually going to save on Byron Maxwell, and it's very interesting how we actually found a trade partner to eat up that contract, because it's about $8.5 million this year. Now, we don't save all that $8.5 million. I don't know why, but we don't. Kiko Alonso, and this is why I'm upset that he's packaging that deal. He's making less than $1 million this year. I'm pretty sure he's still on his rookie contract. Excuse me. Which kind of sucks because I think he would have been a formidable starter next to Jordan Hicks in the middle and Kiko Alonso on the left or the right, whichever side the weak side. And then I think he would have done a really good job. And like I said, I think this defense caters more towards Byron Maxwell, puts a lot more pressure on the quarterback, and it would have allowed. And last year, Billy Davis did not use Byron Maxwell correctly. He played him so far off the receivers. Byron Maxwell is more of a press corner. That's what he did in Seattle. That's how he flourished. However, I did see something today. PFF tweeted that each year, 2013 to 2015, the passer rating that he allowed just kept increasing. I think it started off as like 50-something, then 70-something, and last year was like 100, which sucks. But I think as the year went along, Byron Maxwell got better. It is what it is. I try not to get too attached to players anymore because the Eagles kind of just like push everybody out. I mean, granted, they kept so many guys. Malcolm Jenkins, Lane Johnson, Vinnie Curry, Zach Ertz, Brent Selleck, and now Sam Bradford. I don't think I missed anybody there. Najee Good, who wasn't, a big-name signing, but he's a good special teamer. And, it is what it is. To me, it's all going to depend on what the draft pick compensation is. If they're getting like a 7th-round pick for these guys, it's bullshit. That's terrible. That's not a good trade, unless you consider them eating up the salary a good idea. But to me, it's you had a known in Maxwell who had a higher upside than what he showed last year. Now you don't know who your starting cornerback is going to be. Apparently, they were interested in Nolan Carroll and some other guy. His name's Patrick Robinson. Played for the Chargers. I guess he's decent, but I'd rather go into it with Byron Maxwell, who I know can not lock down, but solidify that position on the field. Eric Rose was going to start opposite to him. Now you have to bring in a guy like Nolan Carroll or this Patrick Robinson guy. And you don't know what they're going to be. I mean, you know what Nolan Carroll's going to be. So I'll be okay if they re-sign Nolan Carroll. However, Nolan Carroll, in my eyes, is not like a premier guy. You don't want Nolan Carroll covering Dez Bryant or Odell Beckham, even though he did cover Odell Beckham pretty well when we played the Giants the first time last year. That's like one exception, though. I don't want him going up against Julio Jones or Antonio Brown. I don't even think we play the Steelers. Or Kelvin Benjamin, because I think we play the Panthers next year. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't trust Nolan Carroll. Nolan Carroll's a good number 2 guy, and so is Eric Rowe. But having 2 number 2 cornerbacks is not a good idea. All right, that's my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, guys. I talk about the Eagles all the time on Twitter, and I'm back, guys. So subscribe for more Eagles news. I will have all the updates, free agency, the signings that happen on Wednesday, and I'm sure we'll know more about that tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll make more trades tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Josh. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.